So this is Group 5 CS class Group B, and I'm going to make this presentation. I'm going to present about some syntax of basic syntax for C programming. So the basic syntax for C programming is like this. So you normally start with hash include stdio.h, then you go to int main, opening and closing brackets, then closing curly bracket, then you may write your comments as like this, and then we have printf. Printf is a built-in function which is used for outputting. If you want to display whatever you want to display on the screen, use this function called printf. Then we have return 0. So return 0 is return 0. The program is going to return 0 if it compiles successfully, if there is no error. So, and then you have this closing curly bracket. So in the next slide, I'm going to explain more about this C program syntax. So C program normally have the following formats. It normally have preprocessor commands or preprocessor directive. It normally have functions. It normally have variables. It normally have statements and expressions and comments. So for example, in the syntax that we saw on the first slide, we were in a position to see hash include. When you see everything that is preceded by the hash normally hash is a preprocessor directive which is telling the compiler to include the file which follows the include. So during the compilation process, that file is going to be added. So for example, when we said hash include stdio.h, that means the program, the compiler is going to include the header file which is stdio.h to our program during the compilation process. So this file is having some basic functions which is used within our program. For example, we normally have the basic functions such as printf and scanf. So if you want those functions to be included within your program, you're supposed to include this line for hash include this file. So that is the first line. Another thing that C program have is the function. The function, for example, when you say int main function, int main opening and closing brackets, that will mark the beginning of our main function. So the program is not going to run unless you include the main function. So you have the functions like int main. Int main is the main function. Then we have other built-in functions which are used to do different things. For example, we have printf. You saw when that part whereby we wrote printf hello world. Printf is a built-in function which is used to display whatever you have written on the screen. So we have those two functions. So we have other functions that we are going to discuss later. C program can have variables. These variables, when you talk about variables, variable is temporary memory location which store different kind of data. And then again, C program can have statements and expressions. For example, if you just say printf, then you write some information within your printf function, that is a statement. If you write mathematical expression. That is an expression. So expression combine various variables and constant to create new values. Statements are expressions, assignments, function calls, or control flow statement which make up C program. We are going to discuss that one a lot again. The next thing is on comments.